Every day our joints wear out. And often we accelerate this process ourselves without even realizing it. Pain, stiffness, and crunching are not just age-related changes. They are the result of our habits and lifestyle. Sometimes, by the age of 60 to 70, accumulated problems lead to serious joint damage, which is difficult to combat. In this video, I want to talk about the 7 main causes of joint damage and how to slow down this process. Please note, the first cause is the natural aging process, which cannot be prevented, while all other factors are our own actions that accelerate the damage. 1. Genetics and natural aging. Each of us has a programmed cell lifespan. Joints begin to change after the age of 25, although we hardly notice it. To understand what is happening, here is a brief overview of the structure of joints. A joint is like a hinge or loop that connects bones. Its surfaces are covered with hyaline cartilage, smooth and strong but without blood vessels. Cartilage receives nutrition through the synovial fluid produced by the synovial membrane. This fluid lubricates the joint, provides cushioning, and contains hyaluronic acid, which makes it elastic. When the cartilage begins to thin, the bones underneath react. Protrusions called osteophytes appear. At first, they help the joint stay in place, but over time, pieces of cartilage and osteophytes break off and enter the joint, like sand on a perfectly smooth surface. This causes trauma and inflammation. The synovial fluid loses its properties, swelling occurs, and the joint continues to deteriorate. If the process is allowed to continue, the cartilage may disappear completely and the joint will cease to function. Medicine divides this process into 4 stages, and only in the first 3 can something still be done. 2. Mechanical stress. If the joints are subjected to excessive stress, they wear out faster. The main reasons are excess weight. Every extra kilogram increases the pressure on the knees, hips, and spine. Running or brisk walking while overweight can further damage the joints. Flat feet. The foot stops absorbing shock and the load goes directly to the joints. Leg deformities. X-shaped or O-shaped knees, different leg lengths. All of this changes the distribution of the load and accelerates joint destruction. 3. Cold. Joints do not have their own blood vessels, and cartilage is particularly sensitive to cold. Prolonged exposure to low temperatures can accelerate the self-destruction of cartilage cells, chondrocyte, leading to the destruction of joint tissue. 4. Metabolic disorders and chronic inflammation. Fat cells, especially visceral fat, trigger inflammatory processes. Immune cells produce substances that destroy collagen and cartilage structures. This means that excess weight and inflammation accelerate joint wear, even if we are physically active. 5. Sedentary lifestyle. When we don't move much, joint fluid doesn't circulate well, cartilage doesn't get enough nutrients, and metabolism slows down. As a result, joints become fragile and wear out faster. That's why movement isn't just beneficial, it's vital for joints. 6. Weak muscles. Strong muscles are like a support for the joints. If the muscles are weak, all the load goes to the cartilage and bones. Strong muscles not only support the joint, but also reduce cartilage wear by improving its nutrition. That is why professional athletes run on muscles, and beginners run on joints. 7. Accumulation of lactic acid, lactate. With age, cells lose some of their mitochondria, the power plants of the cell that process lactate. If there is too much lactate, it destroys cells, activates enzymes that destroy cartilage, and provokes the formation of free radicals. What can be done about this? We support natural aging with foods and supplements containing resveratrol, quercetin, and curcumin. My grandfather, for example, drank turmeric with black pepper for his joints. We lose excess weight through proper nutrition, not excessive running. Running can only be introduced after weight loss. Flat feet and deformities, insoles, orthopedists, manual therapy, surgery if necessary. Cold, warming, herbal teas, special procedures that warm the joints and help cells recover. Inflammation and metabolic problems. Identify and eliminate the causes, especially excess visceral fat. Weak muscles, regular exercise, gymnastics, ligament work. This is the basis of joint health. Elevated lactate. Normalize through movement and physical activity within reasonable limits. Walking, light running, and joint exercises help reduce accumulation and restore mitochondria. And most importantly, joints live long if we move, support our muscles, control our weight, and take care of ourselves. Even after 60, you can maintain mobility and joint health if you take a comprehensive approach.